Welcome back to Starting Point, still with us, and turns out this gloomy Tuesday in Jakarta, not so gloomy,
Not so gloomy after
anymore.
all.
Yes, because now we are joined with a very talented young girl, because I can see she's very, very young because we just confirmed her age before we got back on air. Amelia Angelica Hadinata. She's a theater producer and also a director. If I can introduce her with briefly, with a versatile stage performer with a career that began in 2015. Having been selected to showcase talents to renowned national and international events in Indonesia, New York, Australia, Barcelona, Korea, and also Singapore. From classic Broadway hits to contemporary musicals, consistency demonstrating a wide range of skills across diverse performance styles.
Yes,
and alongside,
alongside her performing activities,
Yeah.
she also experienced as a director and also producer with a strong track record of leading various productions. And we've said it all, I guess.
Yeah.
Now let's ask Angel. We can call you Angel, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Angel.
Angel, please tell us more about you so our viewers can know also more about you.
Okay. Hi. I'm a bit nervous, so sorry.
Don't be, don't be.
So you can call me Angel, and I'm 21 years old now. I'm still in college, in my last year of college.
So wait, okay, let's
Okay,
get
okay.
this straight. 21 years old,
Uh-huh.
and now it's 2025. So you've
Yes.
started your career in 2015.
2015. Yeah.
So it was when you're
So
11,
11.
still in elementary
11,
or
it
in
was
junior high?
Junior high, I guess.
Junior high?
As a performer.
As a performer, yes.
What were you performing back then?
I started as a choir performer actually.
In
Yes,
school?
I joined in my music school.
Okay.
In my music school, it's under different course again. So I started as a choir performer, and I just took jobs. I went to competition internationally. Yeah, it was the beginning of my career.
So that's the saying that it's never too not
Young.
never too late, never too young,
Never
yeah,
too
never too
young.
young to start something.
Yeah.
Because we can see that Angel starts your career
As a choir.
as a choir
Yeah.
singer, and when you were 11 years old, still in
Yes.
junior.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we look at us maybe or generation before you, the common or regular dreams usually were becoming a doctor maybe or
Yes.
becoming an engineer.
Well, I used to have that dream.
You had
I used to have that dream.
Or maybe like if we're talking about arts, like people would say, especially in Indonesia, like to become a film star, a singer, but it's more specific. How did you get your interest at first in the performing arts?
So I started to have a dream as a singer as well. A singer, a film actor, you can mention all of that kinds of actress. But I started to direct my interest to like directing, especially in theater. When I started college, my first year, so I took the major of Performing Arts Communication in LSPR. So it's quite unique because not all university in Indonesia have that major, right? Performing Arts Communication. And since then, I just found my role in the team. Oh, Angel, you became the producer, you became the director. And since then, in every projects in campus, I always take that role.
What projects exactly? What that you've been
Mostly
doing?
theater. Mostly
Theater.
theater projects,
So it's
from small
like-
scale to big scale.
Okay, so it's like a story that has been shown there, not singing.
Yes,
Theater?
yes.
Okay. What is about theater that keeps you going back there or keeps you doing that thing?
So it started when I was very young. I was very young age. I wasn't a very talented singer, I can say. So in the choir, I was not really seen because they're
Oh, really?
yeah, because my friends, they were so great at singing, while I was sinking by their talent. And there was one teacher came to me and she said, I think you're not talented, but you just haven't found what your forte is.
Okay.
And then she's a musical theater performer, quite well known here in Indonesia, and she asked me to join her class. And since then, I joined her musical Broadway class. So I major singing and musical theater, not only like pop singer as in like Beyonce, Mariah Carey. It's quite a different thing, but this is majoring in Broadway musical.
Okay.
And then because I started singing Broadway musical, so I have to find and see and watch many references from Broadway musical, right? So since then, I started to fall in love with Broadway musical, especially some musicals in my genre is like a fantasy and yeah, fantasy mostly.
What's your favorite musical that you've ever watched?
Favorite musical, if live, I would love to repeat to see Matilda.
Okay.
Oh, I love Matilda.
Yes, Matilda, and then Wicked. But Wicked, I prefer the movie rather
Okay.
than the original
The,
Broadway.
the latest movie?
Yeah, the latest movie. I prefer the movie, and then I think so many.
There's so many.
Yeah, West Side Story, and then Hamilton. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at your references, Wicked, Matilda, and also your preference, but now you're making this film that tackles corruptions in arts. It's quite a heavy theme.
Yeah.
Well, just like maybe West Side Story is also some kind like that.
Yeah,
Um,
social issue.
Social issue. Was there a personal moment or like a story behind it that made you feel this issue needed to be confronted heads on, especially in Indonesia?
Yeah,
Yes.
Can you elaborate more on that inspiration?
Of course. So we all know that these several years, the corruption issue has gone viral, right, in Indonesia. But there is one industry that is affected also with this corruption thing, but is not really seen. We don't see really much in news and stuff. It's our industry, my industry, it's the creative industry. There was a lot of things affected by that. The rise of corruption itself is affecting first the budgeting of our production, second our integrity.
Yes.
Yeah, integrity as in like we as us as artists and as Indonesian. And from that point, when we decided to jump into a bigger scale of musical theater performance last year in my third year of college, so we were given the opportunity, me and my classmates, we were given the opportunity to make and to create a performance in a large scale in Indonesia as a form of our international exam. With our idealism, with our ideas for this projects, we didn't expect and we didn't know that we have to face the bureaucracy in Indonesia that is already affected with this corruption. Yeah, that's the starting point where we decided, okay, for the next project we have to blow this issue because we love art and we want art to be given space. We want art to be given space to grow. We want art to be given the opportunity to shine.
So, as we mentioned earlier, that this theme, corruption, is, we can say that it's a heavy theme.
Heavy and sensitive.
Yes, heavy and sensitive, that's right.
Yeah.
And you decided to bring it up with musical performance. Why is that? And what's your reason by bringing this such heavy and sensitive issue with, maybe we can say, with musical performances?
Because we target young generations, that they are striving as well in the industry, despite whether it's in the musical theater or in the entertainment industry. they're struggling and striving. And I see that musical theater is quite accepted here in Indonesia. It's beginning to develop, right? If you know Musikal Keluarga Cemara, Musikal Petualangan Sherina, and yeah, we see them as a good examples of musical theater in Indonesia that is loved by many. So I think this issue is a heavy issue, right? And I don't want people to see this as like a critic art, a critic work. So why don't we wrap this as something fun, as something that is very entertaining, but we can give them the message.
Yeah, but it also has a strong message through a
Yes.
fun way, a more fun way.
Yeah.
Especially for the younger generations.
Yes.
And yeah, that's exactly also my point as well, because musical here is still very, very niche, but
Yes.
yet you still choose to spread the message through musical in the hope that the younger generation will be awakened as
Yes,
well
we'll
with
be
that
awakened. Yes.
issues. Not only they can hear it through social medias or something, but they can watch it like live in a full story. And how about the story itself? How do you wrap it?
So I just wanna tell you a bit about this.
Okay, no spoiler.
Yeah, it's okay,
Okay.
because it's released already,
Okay.
right?
It's done, yeah.
It's
Okay.
released already. So it's telling a story about Diandra, a 21-year-old girl. She's a very opportunistic. She's a very optimist girl. She's a young artist. She wanted to launch her first theater performance alongside with her students in her shelter, providing them the opportunity to perform and create as well the performance itself. But as Diandra begins to Diandra begins handling the procedures, the permits, she faces the harsh reality that the bureaucracy in Indonesia, in this country, is rife with corruption, and it forced her to pay additional fees that is not as her expectation at the beginning. So she thinks by giving in to the corruption, it would violate her integrity. But meanwhile, her boyfriend, Adrian, he's a journalist who is very familiar with the political dynamics in Indonesia. So he thinks, despite the flawed system, why don't they just give in to the corruption? Because that is what it is in Indonesia, right? So, okay, just give in to the corruption to ensure her performance runs smoothly as well, right? So there is the difference between Diandra and Adrian's principle there.
That's a dilemma.
Yeah, that's the dilemma between
Yep.
their relationship as well.
Yeah.
It affects the relationship. Diandra thinks of her integrity and her idealistic. Meanwhile, Adrian using his logical thinking, and he's being very rational.
Yeah.
Do you face any challenges? Because we know that what we've heard from you, it is again a heavy and sensitive theme, but you translate it into theatrical performances. Do you have any challenges translating, pouring down your ideas into theatrical performance?
Yes, of course, because I did the script writing as well, right? Because I'm not a film director. I used to direct a theater, not direct a film. It's a quite different thing.
Yes.
Not quite different thing. It's a completely different thing.
Yes.
So I have to learn it from zero in like 6 months. 6 months. So it was really, it wasn't very easy for me as well as the director and the script writer. I have to do so many research. I have to consult to many people, to many politicians, to many lecturers. And from the script writing process itself, it was already very draining actually.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a heavy topic, right? I don't want to make a mistake, by bringing this up.
Well, I can't imagine what you've been through. And we've heard also that you've been working with children from the Coastal Arts community.
Yes.
That's right. how about that cooperation? What they bring to the performance?
We collaborate with them. They perform as our dancers. So we went on rehearsals with them, with my choreographers as well, and then we asked them for interview, and then in return we give them the stage, of course, for the movie, and then we give exposure to their community. And of course, while the premiere and press conference going, we went on some interview with them.
Well,
Okay.
that's great knowing that you also engage with the community city.
Yeah.
So is it like for the musical Karya Untuk Negeri?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And we are going to talk more about musical Karya Untuk Negeri, but we are going to take a very short break first, and we'll be back on Starting Point.
Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome back. You're still watching Starting Point on TVI World, and we're still with Angel, or Amelia Angelica Hadinata, Indonesian young theater producer and director. And we've been talking about her product or her projects, theater performances. And we've talked about earlier that you work with children from the coastal arts community. And what I want to know is, how do you make their performance authentic with their lives, and what did they bring up to the show?
So actually, the basic of this story itself, it's already telling about their story, their background story. I was inspired by them. When I was in the writing process, I was inspired by them, so I came to visit them like several times with my mother. And if you watch one of the clips there, we have the what would I say in English ya? Tapi kayak adegan pengibaratan.
Okay.
Gitu ya. Adegan pengibaratan dalam satu scene, dalam satu klip itu ada
So it's
scene.
they portray their life by dancing. You mean like that?
Yeah, but this is not about the dancing. This is about the issue they have. Because while I was in my visit last, a couple months before the production goes, they told me some of the nasty thing that the government did to them. So I was very inspired by them, and I poured that into the script.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was quiet, not really seen. If people didn't really notice, you won't notice anything about what I brought up to the film.
So how about then? I guess this project means a lot to you and your.
Yeah,
actually,
of course.
how big is the team of producing this kind of project?
I wouldn't say it's big for a professional scale, but it's quite big for us as a student, as an undergraduate student. It consists of 60 crews, I think, 60 crew, with the collaboration between the theater and the film team as well.
And that includes the cast?
No, the cast, we have 20 cast.
20 cast.
Okay.
Cast, supporting cast and ensembles, dancers.
And so how many, how much time did you consume from the pre-production, even from the development until like the end of it, like the post-production as well?
The script writing started in September last year. September. And then parallel, we went on the other process, like pitching to partners and then scratching the ideas with the other departments as well. So September, November, December, months, of course, months.
This one project.
Yes, months. And then April is our shooting day.
Okay, how many shooting days?
Only 3
Only
days.
3 days.
Only 3 days for 45 minutes.
For
film.
45 minutes. Yeah.
And where did it take place, the project?
The shooting?
The shooting?
Bintaro, Studio Tohaso, because it's a collaboration between theater and film, so we didn't take place like in many sets
Yes.
like film as in like common films. We take place only in one studio, and then we built the set. Yeah.
So for maybe we can say you're Indonesia's young generation or next generation. What does this project means to you and your friends?
So this project for us is not merely a final project. It is a true expression of us young generations, especially as a performing arts student who have seen the realest side of the bureaucracy in this industry. It's a true expression of our love to the art. And as young generation, we don't want to remain silent. We want Indonesia, especially in this industry, to be given space, to be given the opportunity, to be appreciated. Yeah.
You mentioned you just had the premiere and also the press conference for Musikal Karya untuk Negeri. So when it's going to be aired, and how do you feel about that after everything, after like the premiere especially? How are you feeling right now? Like all the hard work has been paid off, and you can also share what was the hardest part throughout the process.
So I feel very proud, not of myself, of course, to my team, because the result of this film, although there's many concept, like it's far from our first concept because we took many adjustment along the process, but it is the real result of many contributions of many people. So I was very overwhelmed and very proud of their hard work as well, because they took this very serious, not like as in like Angel's project, but it's our project.
You said that you had around 60 crews and then 20, was it? 20 cast? And what was the hardest part for you to bring this idea to life?
The hardest part is to collaborate between the theater and the film, because it's two different things, right? For example, from the lighting, theater, because I came from a theater background, so I understand that the lighting in theater has like A, B, C, D, but in film they have completely different lightings, and we cannot collaborate that lightings because it can be different on camera, right? Because so it took many adjustment from the from consultations to consultations, from each discussions we took very many adjustments, of course.
Well, I can imagine
if I
about
go
that.
to theater world, I have to start again from zero.
Yeah, because Aisha,
Yeah, it's very different with
from
we do
movies,
from films.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
and we hear that you soon release the film widely on YouTube and Spotify. Can you tell us more about that?
On Spotify will be released tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow. And 9th. And for the film will be on 17th.
What's the handle? What's the catch? If we type to search your
Musikal Karya untuk Negeri. Film Musikal Karya untuk Negeri.
Musikal Karya untuk Negeri.
Yes.
So-
Okay, but on Spotify, so there will be like the full film as well?
No, because it's theater once again. It's a
Yes.
musical theater, so we have like several musical numbers. We have 6 musical numbers in total, and
Okay.
it will be released on Spotify tomorrow.
The soundtracks.
Yes, the
okay.
soundtracks.
Okay, so the soundtracks on Spotify and
Yes.
the full one.
On YouTube.
The full one on
film
YouTube.
on YouTube.
What date will be on YouTube?
17
17
17.
this July.
this July.
Okay, okay.
So 2 weeks after the premiere.
And you still
look
have
forward.
the activities or like the promotion that you are doing at the moment prior to the release?
Actually, not really, because
Okay.
we're currently focusing on the paper, right? Because we still have to do our thesis defense,
Yeah.
probably on August. So we're currently focusing on that for now.
And how is your expectation for this release?
My expectation is, of course, for our target, our main target for young generations, it will be achieved for them to be awakened, like you said before, to be awakened by this issue in this industry. And of course, to encourage them that you don't have to stop and you have to continue to fight for arts, for your work, for your arts, especially to to make Indonesia grow internationally in art industry.
Speaking of which, what do you think that maybe if we look on the bigger picture, what is need to be done for Indonesia's creative industry to grow even better, not held or taken back by, maybe we can say, the corruption,
Yeah,
maybe,
the
or
bureaucracy, the bureaucracy.
in Indonesia. What do you think? What we should we do?
I think just simply be brave. Simply be
Exactly.
brave.
Yeah. Because this is a very bold and brave thing that you
Yeah.
do. So the message is not only for the younger generation to be awake, but
Yeah.
I guess that they are already woke
Yes, they
for
already
this
woke.
issue, but they don't really do anything and it's been also a never-ending fight for us for
Yeah.
years, right? And now with the support of a younger generation, we feel like, okay, now we also have another voice.
Yeah.
And
So,
that's
so
good.
brave is the main word
Yeah, of
here.
course.
Yes.
Because we all are awakened already, but it just we never took actions
Yes.
of our awareness.
Yes, that's right. So, still speaking about that, how do you see what role can maybe you and your friends, creative artists, have a role in Indonesia? What's their role for Indonesia? You and your friends as a creative, what is that? Creative, what we can say, creative artists or creative personnel?
Yeah. We as creative persons, of course, we wouldn't stop to create things. We wouldn't stop to create arts for Indonesia. And because we're very proud of Indonesia's culture, right? Indonesian culture is very rich. Is very rich, and we're not ashamed at all for the uniqueness in Indonesia. We want to embrace it in Indonesia. So that's what Musikal Karya Untuk Negeri is bringing up, right? And of course, by bringing this Musikal Karya Untuk Negeri to public, we really hope that the young generations will create more and more and more arts in the future.
Okay.
Without worrying about anything in behind and under the table. I would say under the table because it's the money under the table.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a common thing that we know, but it's not generally spoken. I
Yes,
guess.
common thing, but not generally spoken.
Yeah, but if you have to encounter again with that, how would you like give up or?
Of course,
How would you respond about that?
yeah. Of course, we're not going to give in to the corruption, and we're not going to lecture them as well because, it is what it is in Indonesia. We just need to find another way. Find another way.
Will there be, or is there be another way?
Of course, there will be another way because our issue here is issuing about the government venues and government vendors and stuff, while we also have other vendors and venue that is clear from the government. So
Yeah, I guess it's also something that is developing, I guess, because musical theaters, musical performance is something that is growing in Indonesia. So I guess governments or all the stakeholders are not commonly
They're going to drive into that
yeah,
too.
yeah. They're not, they said, commonly exposed to
Yes.
this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think they're still developing
Yeah.
to the ecosystem,
Yes.
to the to the industry. So I guess it will still need time, but I see the future in that.
Yes, I believe
Yeah.
it still needs it still need a lot of time, maybe like in years, but I'm not worried about that.
Yes, that's right.
So you're not worried, like after this, after Musikal Karya Untuk Negeri, and the result comes out from what you've made there. If it doesn't turn out as you expected, will you stop or will you make another big project? Or say you got a very good result from this project, and then how will it make you and your friends as well?
So basically, I don't have a real indicator of what is a good result and what is not good result,
Okay.
a bad result, because from this result, from our premiere and press conference, and from our release in YouTube later, it is already a very good result for my team, because it is their hard work and their contribution, and our ideas are poured into this film. So I think it is already a good result. But what we're going to talking about is whether this movie will bring a good impact, or maybe people just pass by this movie. If it really happens, then we just make a new and bigger one.
Yeah, so whatever it is, you're going to never give up, and then
of course.
stop.
Stop
Still, yeah,
producing,
yeah,
performances,
like
Creating.
still creating
Yes.
And
more.
listening to your stories, that I can see that you're maybe driven by social issues.
Yes.
And how about the future? Will you still make something from social issues themes, or something new? Other themes?
Actually, social issue is not my kind of thing. Yeah, it's not my kind of thing, since this is my first time. Also, I jumped into social issue, but because this comes from experience, right? Maybe if one day I experience another issue related to social again, maybe I would bring that up into my art work.
So it depends on
Yes,
what
it
future
depends.
holds.
It depends.
What will you experience?
It depends, but I'm already very interested in bringing another social issue, but maybe it hasn't come into my head right now.
Oh, and maybe any spoiler or any ideas on the future? What will you make?
For now, not yet for the social issue, but upcoming, I'm also having another musical theater project, but it's licensed. So
okay.
it's licensed, yeah. So like Adam's Family, it's licensed, right? Not original story.
Okay.
Yeah. This is my next project.
We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, thank you so
Yay.
much. Yay.
And we really look forward for July 17th.
July 17th
To-
and tomorrow.
and
tomorrow on
tomorrow.
Spotify.
Yeah.
And July 17th on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yes, so Musikal Karya Untuk Negeri, hopefully it can bring the
impact.
message, not only to the younger people, but also to the older ones, to be more awake for what is still happening here in Indonesia,
And to
but
be-
through musical.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to be more brave to say something what's inside your head, right? And maybe one last thing, do you have anything to say for viewers out there, or the younger generation, even the younger generation?
For younger generations who love art and currently striving and struggling in the creative industry, please don't stop to create something magical. Please never stop to fight for this industry, and don't forget to watch Musikal Karya Untuk Negeri.
Okay.
Okay, let's give a round of applause.
For
and
Angel.
Curtain call for Angel. Thank you very much
Thank you
for
so
being
much,
here
Kakak. Yes.
on Starting Point today. It's a very early morning, and we really wish you a good luck
Thank you.